Hello, everyone. Tom Fox back with another episode of Compliance Week 2023, our speaker series. Today, I'm thrilled to have with me Michael Johnson. First of all, Michael, welcome and thank you so much for taking the time to visit with me today.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me, Tom.
Michael, could you tell us your current role?
Yeah, I am the CEO of Clear Law Institute. Clear Law Institute provides online compliance training for thousands of employers around the country, and we also provide training on how to conduct investigations of employee misconduct using research-based methods.
Michael, could you tell us about your presentation at Compliance Week 2023 and maybe a teaser or two of what you hope to communicate at your presentation?
Sure. So the name of my session is called Who's Lying? Using the Cognitive Interview to Detect Deception in Workplace Investigations. And so basically, there's a couple things that we'll focus on. So one, at a high level, we'll focus on research around how do you assess credibility of witnesses. And so we'll watch a video of someone being interviewed. And what we'll learn, I think, is often surprising to people. I'm a former U.S. Department of Justice lawyer, and when I was at DOJ, I think we were taught that we were able to assess credibility of witnesses largely by watching their body language. But the research has now shown clearly that we can't, and that a lot of the things that we thought we knew about how to determine credibility are just flat out wrong. And so we're going to touch on that topic. And then, second, we're going to discuss how do you use the cognitive interview so that when you interview witnesses, you gather as much information as possible and you use it. The cognitive interview has been shown to help us assess credibility, in part because it requires the witness to talk about the matter from a variety of perspectives. So it makes it difficult for people who are being deceptive to maintain the deception. So those are the things that we're going to talk about. Yeah, that'll be the focus of the presentation.
It's going to be really interesting for me to hear the first component of that because, probably like you, I was taught sure, you can determine credibility from body language. So I hope you can get that word out to the greater trial community, both in the criminal and civil sphere.
It's interesting, actually. There's been research that shows that the average person does better at spotting deception when they cannot see the witness, which is so counterintuitive, right? But in part, they think it's because when they can't see the witness, they have to focus on listening to the nuances of what the person says, which is by far the best way to spot deception. And then, second, when they can't see the witness, then they're less likely to be influenced by unconscious biases like relating to race, ethnicity. And actually, in the context of detecting deception, the biggest one is level of attractiveness. So the more attractive the witness is, the more likely they are to be believed.
Uh, Michael, what do you hope to get out of Compliance Week 2023 this year?
Yeah, I find Compliance Week, it's always a great conference. It's one of, if not my favorite conference of the year, just because of the depth of I think in comparison to a lot of other conferences, they really go in depth on the latest compliance topics. So I think obviously attending the sessions, but then just networking and interacting with people like yourself and others that, in many cases, it's been a year since I've seen.
Michael, I am looking forward to your presentation and looking forward to connecting with you at Compliance Week 2023.
Thanks so much, Tom. Looking forward to seeing you.